that's okay.
I find no issue with it because, I just got back from the state auditors conference and my jaw dropped because the average salary right now that all state auditors are paying is $50,000. I asked this question, I said, what? Straight out of college, no experience, $50,000. Most of their management team are upwards of $100,000. And
but once that $50,000 salary is
I
straight
have
out,
no qualms with paying that. I think it's worth it.
the additional bonus on top of the increase that you're now getting because you managed to get through the legislature are concurrence that we're going to adopt the Kerry study. And for the office with the 10 employees that you have or whatever number you have, you need $60,000 for the certification or pay, or is that's in the event somebody else gets?
No, that's already funded. That's already funded. That's already in our, that's, if you turn to the schedule, we're talking $60,264 is the certification pay for 6 individuals.
Okay. I have nothing further. We stand in recess until...
Mr. Speaker, if I just may say, you and I both are very passionate. And I'll miss this exchange. Thank you.
I will need an additional $70,000 just to pay for the certification pay for those on my staff that are qualified. It wasn't in my budget request because I didn't ask for it. But if this legislature is going to leave it in the budget, then I will have to comply and provide them with their certification adjustment, and that would cost the office an additional $70,000. So I just point that out. But I can't tell you how wonderful the 5 Auditor 3s that stepped up to take over the management team of the office has been, and how smoothly it has run since then. They've taken over, and I feel so bad that they can't get one. We can't reclassify 3 of them, 4 of them. I mean, because all promotions and increments were suspended during the fiscal year. So I can't do any reclassifications and give them increments as minuscule as it is by comparison. But it is the Office of Public Accountability, and we have to live within the law, and we will live within the law. And if it is provided to us, we'll provide it to them. If it's not, then we'll have to tell them that it's not going to be provided.
Asia. I'm Johnny Rosario.
I'm Troy Torres.
And it is Sunday, October 6th, on this beautiful island of Guam.
For now.
It just sucked all the air today.
It was a beautiful sunset.
It was.
With the, what do you call that? Like the, not polka dot clouds, like the...
looks like a loaf of bread loaves.
Bread loaves?
You know, like, or slices of bread.
I don't know
Slices
what
of
they're
bread.
I don't know that side. I don't know if that's
It looked like beads put together in the sky, but only
Did
in
you
like...
take a picture?
No.
with his mind.
I'm telling you, the picture doesn't involve me. I'm not about it. Like,
Happy birthday to Papa Tat.
happy birthday, Papa Tat.
He's 70 years old today.
Nice.
Wonderful
nice.
man, yes.
He's
Happy
a
birthday.
wonderful, beautiful person.
Yes,
Absolutely.
inside and out, Uncle Tat.
We love you.
Did you hear that? Eric says we love you.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
says, I love you, Uncle Tat.
Also, we had a visitor tonight, right?
Oh, we did. And wait.
No, not that.
Oh. Another visitor? I'm not aware of?
Visitor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no, I
okay.
just want to make sure everybody has their dengue stickers.
Going on.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Gerald.
Yeah. And then we also have... Ta-da!
Tanala Cutney. Thank you, Matt Sablon. So if anyone wants Tanala Cutney, you just call Matt Sablon and he knows what's up.
Yeah. Let us know and we'll forward your message or your number to Matt.
And P.S. Police Officer Keon Pangilinan is a meth head. just so you know. It's a non sequitur. Yes, I understand. But it's the truth, so it must be told. So,
Don't forget to like and share our page. Follow Kandit. We are almost to our 10,000 mark, and we are getting a lot of views on our YouTube. So, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
YouTube is Kandit News Group, as well as our website www.kanditnews.com.
And-
App is forthcoming.
yeah, our app is for, it's just taking a while. It's queued in the Play Store, and on the Apple App Store, we had to take another step that we didn't really know we had to take.
We have to become developers, and we don't know what that is. So,
No, we already had that. We just needed a DUNS number.
we have to be in contract with the federal government, and we aren't.
Well,
DUNS.
he got it done.
Oh.
Yeah, it's DUNS stands. What does it stand for? Something and Bradley.
Yeah,
You get it from Duns and Bradley.
Right.
I know. It sounded like we needed to pay, but thankfully we didn't have to. Yeah.
Thanks be to God.
That Kool-Aid, I love the smell of that Kool-Aid.
You want some?
No,
Want
thanks.
some of my
I'm okay.
Kool-Aid?
I'm okay, thank you. I have my iced tea. So
Asshole.
we have we do not have the information from Civil Defense yet.
They're still in a meeting.
I don't think so because the speaker recorded an address, a 30-second address.
Oh,
from
they're not
Civil
going to tell
Defense.
us.
No,
We're not going to
they-
get that information.
They need to tell the people of Guam. Yeah, this is
We're not Kandit.
When that would be unexcusable because when we're in a time like this, everyone is supposed to bury the hatchet and just do what's necessary for everyone to have
Not
the
this
right
governor.
information.
Not this governor.
Well, I'm hopeful, and I'll probably be wrong again about this. Giving her the benefit of the
Tell
doubt.
her she can contact Barbara Panty Down Brown. She doesn't have to contact you or me or
at
Eric.
9-9, never mind.
4, 5, 6, all fat chicks.
So here's the latest on Tropical Storm Hagibis. It is
How do you say the name?
Hagib. It's a Tagalog word.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it means swift.
Hagibis.
I think he
It
said.
sounds Japanese.
No, I think he said when he was saying it, he goes, "Oh, Hagibis,
Hagibis.
Hagibis."
Oh, Hagibis.
I think is what I heard him say. My boyfriend is Filipino and speaks Tagalog. I almost said something else. So Tropical Storm Hagibis. Oh, you can see what is it? Misty TV. What's it called? What?
Windy.ty.com.
Windy.ty.com. Does TY stand for thank you or
Or
typhoon or what is that?
typhoon. Yeah.
Well, this is the model from windy.ty.com, and it's pretty cool because it's in colors. So this is typhoon tracking for dummies right here.
And this is 10 o'clock.
As of 10 p.m.?
Yeah.
Wow, this is just 6 minutes ago. So that's where the storm is. It is, according to the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, 473 miles east of Guam. And check this out. It's moving west-southwest. I've never heard of that direction on a storm in Guam with the word south in it. Normally, it's like
North.
West-northwest, and then there's northwest. That's normally what we hear. But then for the past couple of days, all we've been hearing is west, which is weird on its own, but it's because of something that is on top of the whatever convection zone, trough zone, whatever it's called, that's keeping the storm down. And then, when it comes a little bit closer to the Marianas, it's going to start, there's something that's going to come from the bottom, like some sort of surface temperature, warm trough thing that's going to start to push the storm a little bit to the north. So it's going to take a west-northwest track sometime tomorrow. It's going to be, unless it dissipates, it's going to be a typhoon by tomorrow morning. And it is going to pass through the Marianas sometime tomorrow night. The reason that the people of Guam need to take this very seriously is because over the past 2 days, and Kandit has been covering the storm over the past couple of days, it has consistently been moving south. And then earlier tonight, Joint Typhoon Warning Center, National Weather Service, and Japan Meteorological Association, they all saw the formation of the eye, which was further south within that storm than they thought it would be. Mm-hmm. And so that might explain why the storm has been moving south. And for the first time, and this was just within the past couple of hours, for the first time since this storm began forming a couple of days ago, the Guam is now within the main track of the storm. Guam's always been within the trajectory at the southern perimeter of it, but now Guam is within the main track of the storm, and we have that in a graphic. Can we cast to my screen? If you take a look at that graphic, you see Guam right at the edge of the red
And that's the track.
circle. Yeah, that's the main track of the storm. Yeah, that means we're within the storm's track. And you'll notice the purple line, right?
That's the eye.
Or the blue line with the purple, whatever. That's supposedly the eye. And it looks like it's going right on Saipan. It looks like that. I'm not sure, but
That the eye might pass over Saipan.
yeah, but the JTWC, National Weather Service, they're all saying that it's going to be north of Saipan. And this forecast is an update from a previous forecast where it was supposed to be closer to Anatahan. And then the forecast before that was it was going to be closer to Alamagan, which is the first time I've ever heard of that island within the Marianas, but it's north of Anatahan. This thing has been moving south over the past several hours. And to be fair, JTWC, National Weather Service, and Japan, JMA, they've all been saying that this thing could move north or south, and that any movement north or south, and for us, south would be bad for us. Any movement like that can mean significant change for how everyone should prepare.
I would just say prepare.
Yeah, better
No matter
safe than
what.
sorry. And so we're also waiting for information from the Joint Information. Well, I'm
we're
sorry.
concerned about
they're not
is-
even stood up yet.
The schools opening for shelters for our families that need it. So Troy has been trying not to nap all day because he's waiting for information for the safety of the people of Guam.
Yeah, I'm
So-
tired. I'm not stoned. I'm tired. Like
So Troy's been on the phone, messaging, emailing, finding out if they're going to open the shelters for our family here on Guam.
Is this still a tropical storm?
Yes, it's a tropical storm right now. It is anticipated to become a typhoon tomorrow morning, and that all falls within the information that all the global models have been giving out, from Joint Typhoon Warning Center to National Weather Service to Japan Meteorological Association. The storm is moving at, I believe it's 20 miles an hour. It now has maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. and it is some 473 miles east of the island. Just 2 days ago, it was 1,246 miles to the east of Guam. Then our next update showed it at 1,080 miles, then 933 miles or something like that. It's been coming toward us. It's been intensifying rapidly, and from the onset, the weather folks have been telling us that that's exactly what's going to happen. I believe that the greatest threat that this storm presents is to a group of southern islands in Japan called the Ryukyu Islands or something.
And that's because by the time it gets there, it's supposed to be a super typhoon.
Yeah, unless something happens and it dissipates.
Let's just hope and pray it does.
Now, it's just to bring a little lighthearted conversation to all of this, because I mean this is a lot to digest for people. Is Eric and I were talking about how kids these days, because they keep they want to know what a typhoon is like, and we were talking about how you know kids have no idea what they're
None.
asking for, because if they cannot survive 10 minutes without the iPad or the phone or whatever, imagine 1 month.
I had fun. I had fun typhoons when I was growing up. It was fun.
Except for Pongsona.
I wasn't here.
Oh, lucky you.
I was in the States.
You were in the States.
I was in the States.
Pongsona, I remember there were people who were out of water for 3 months. There were people who were out of power for 4 to 6 months. I was out of power, I remember, for I think a month and a half or something. And then water, maybe like 3 weeks or something. There was no gas. You couldn't gas your car. There were these long lines.
Did you still get a GPA bill?
Remember, was that Chatham or Pongsona?
You know, I don't know, maybe.
The
The oil tanks at Cabris, that was Pongsona. That was Pongsona. And so all of the gas, all of the big containers at Cabris, like one of them got hit by lightning or something and caught on fire. And the idiots who designed this thing designed them close enough to each other so that as one is almost done burning down, the other one catches fire. Right. So like it was like a domino effect. And so I believe there were 5 of these huge fuel tanks,
Wow.
right? And they all just literally went up in flames, and that was the gas supply for the island. And there wasn't a cargo ship carrying the oil that was going to come to Guam for a couple more weeks or something. So the island was out of gas. The gas stations were out within, like, I want to say 4 days, because people were, it was mayhem at the gas stations. People were waiting for forever. You would see people carrying the 3 gallons, like 2, one on each side of their arms, and like women doing this. They're just walking up to the gas stations trying to cut in front of the cars. It's not a good time to have been chronic, you know. It required everyone's, collective effort. That's why I'm saying, in a time like this, people in the government need to bury the hatchet about whatever.
Oh, that's a bug. That was a big bug.
What are we gonna do?
I'll kill it.
Please?
Let me kill it.
I mean, I'm not
I'll be
saying
right back.
kill it, but if you just so happen to do that, you will be saving my life. Oh, say a prayer.
It's dead.
That was the sound of the door opening.
Thanks. Thank you, Chella.
You're welcome.
Lifesaver.
You're welcome.
So, this is a pterodactyl flying all across this place, trying to eat me. So this is particularly the time when all the political divisions need to go away, and our governor, as the commander of this effort, supposedly, we need to offer her all the well wishes and the support that she needs to carry this through, especially if a typhoon actually does come this way, because that is a big freaking deal. And let's just hope and pray and trust that she has the organizational skill and the capacity to understand what common people have to go through in order to make the right decisions, because decisions have to come like this. Like it's just so quick. We do have. Let me send this picture over to my laptop so people can see that our government is working. Airdrop, motherfucker. Where's it? Oh, there. Tonight at 9 p.m., a meeting got underway. A meeting got underway among the governor. Apparently, the speaker was there as well. Members of her staff. Civil Defense and National Weather Service. In this picture that I'm about to show you, Chip Gard, who is the lead meteorologist with the National Weather Service, seems to have been the one conducting this meeting. And if you go on Kandit's website, www.kanditnews.com, we've also posted a 30-second video of Speaker Tina Munoz-Barnes after that meeting completed. And we're just bantering. Oh, go ahead and cast to my screen. So I see in the picture on the far left in the red jacket is Lucy Perez from GTA. GTA handles the telecommunications infrastructure for the storm. There's Speaker Tina Munoz-Barnes. To the left of the governor, you'll see Angel Sablan behind the speaker. Yeah, that's the governor. Is that? No, I thought that was Janela. That's Jenna Blas behind Angel Sablan. I can't make out who that's probably the Adjutant General right in front of Jenna Blas, Esther Agigi. And to her left is Jess Garcia, the Deputy Director of Public Works. Then there's Chip Gard, who's standing up in the green. I cannot remember the name of the guy in the red shirt and the glasses on the other side, but that looks like Crystal Paco right next to him. And then right next to Crystal in the black shirt is Chuck Estevez, the Administrator of Civil Defense. And then next to Chuck is John Junior Calvo, the Governor's Deputy Chief of Staff.
He's listening to her intently.
I'm trying to. This is the command room. There's actually like this special clearance thing that you need to get into a place like that. And then you'll see the open windows to the left, right behind Lucy Perez. That's the Emergency Operations Center. And during a time like this, and we'll know soon whether the governor has activated the Emergency Operations Center, also known as the EOC. During this meeting or as a result of this meeting, once she does, this room will start to populate with people who are called in. They're called response activity coordinators, and they're the ones who coordinate they're RACs. They're the ones who coordinate the activities of first responders. During the preparation period, they're the ones who are doing most of the legwork until the first responders are actually needed for the immediate, like right before the storm, the immediate time right before the storm, then especially during the storm, and of course after the storm. With an Emergency Operations Center comes the activation of the Joint Information Center. Let me just text Jenna right now and see whether that's happened. Hi, Jenna. Anything new? And we'll also, so we talked to John Fernandez earlier tonight, and he informed us that one of his deputy superintendents would have been at this 9 p.m. meeting. I don't know that I see that person here in this, but maybe it could be this girl here on the left. I'm not sure. There's a head that I see in the back. Maybe that's the person. I don't know. But let's ask John if there's anything new, because I think what some people want to know is what's the deal with schools. I think it's just too late at night to cancel classes. Oh, Jenna Blas says nothing new until tomorrow morning. I sent out a release via email. Let's go check the release.
I think that's under Troy. You have to go to Kandit.
How come it keeps signing me out? Son of a bitch.
Maybe it's a security thing.
No, it shouldn't be. This is the computer where it's all verified. There we go. This is from the Joint Information Center as of 10 p.m. Guam remains in condition of readiness for. Tonight, the governor and that's why the speaker was actually the acting lieutenant governor. Acting Lieutenant Governor Tina Rosemary Barnes met with emergency management stakeholders. Where's the lieutenant governor?
He went back he's with Tony Babalta. Remember they went to the Vegas Guam.
Oh, yeah. Met with emergency management stakeholders from the offices of Homeland Security and Civil Defense, Public Works, DOE, the Mayor's Council, and Joint Region Marianas to receive an update on Tropical Storm Hagibis. The National Weather Service, Guam Weather Forecast Office, continues to monitor Hagibis as of 7 p.m. It was located at 14.3 degrees north latitude, 153.3, blah, 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 blah. Tropical Storm Hagibis is moving west at 20 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. It is forecast to intensify through Monday, possibly becoming a typhoon late tonight or early Monday morning. Oh, okay, so that's one change in the forecast. It may become a typhoon late tonight. The community is advised to stay up to date on the latest information. There may be changes to condition of readiness as early as Monday morning. So I think they're gonna put us into Core 2 tomorrow morning. I think that's probably what's gonna happen, because logistically, once Core 2 is called, first of all, there's no price gouging allowed. Secondly, the school shut down. The government of Guam shuts down except for emergency services, and then the effort goes, the logistical effort to transform whatever schools are the shelter sites into shelter sites, and then they work with the mayors. It's a huge feat. They have to work with the mayors, and the mayors go out and identify everyone that needs to come into the shelters. Now, some mayors are better at doing that than others. There are some mayors who just don't care to do legwork like that, and they're the full of shit mayors. But there are some really good mayors out there who actually go into the boondocks
and help them get to the shelters.
Yes, and they are very much, they're hardworking. They, in a time like this, they coordinate actively with the Emergency Operations Center to make sure that, the littlest logistical need that is, is needed, is that they're requesting for it, that they get it for the best interests of their constituents within the villages. So that's one thing. That's one logistical thing. On top of the making sure that when you leave your government of Guam office early, that you have secured for the day, that you put the plastic over the computers and all that stuff.
So kids are still going to school tomorrow?
Yeah. The kids are still going to school tomorrow. But be prepared, parents, because they might be released early. You might have to pick them up, or maybe because DPW is here, they would have like an early release busing thing going on. But this is something to prepare for. Just so you know, in case Core 2 is called tomorrow morning, schools will close, shelters will open.
That's not happening yet, guys. So.
Yeah, just in case, in the morning, be prepared.
Yeah.
That you might have to make arrangements to pick up your kids from school or something like that. And then more information, I'm sure, will come out, like if you're pregnant, if you're a certain
6 months.
Is it 6 months? There's something about pressure, and they want you to go in and stay at the hospital. They'll provide all that information.
Hotel GMH.
Here it is. GDOE schools remain open. GDOE school administrators are prepared to take necessary actions should there be changes to the core and emergency shelters are needed. At this time, schools continue normal operations. Here's what Homeland Security and Civil Defense remind everybody to do. Stay up to date with the latest information. Locate or prepare your emergency preparedness kits for your household. Stock up on non-perishable food items and water for your household. Flashlights, first aid kits, batteries, matches or lighters, portable stove, toiletries, etc. Visit www.ready.gov/build-a-kit for more information on what to include in your supplies list. We'll download that and we'll send that out as well on our and publish it as a news story. Secure important documents such as birth certificates, tax papers, and insurance documents, and keep copies in a waterproof bag. Clear loose debris around your yard and store any items that may become airborne with heavy winds, such as canopies, tarps, or trampolines before inclement weather arrives. You can tell a rich person wrote this because trampolines was one of the freaking really of all the things to use as an example, a trampoline. Gas your vehicles and get fuel for your generators now while the weather is clear again. Because everybody has a generator, right? Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action. Clear drainage areas and unblock clogged storm drains in your area to minimize the chance of flooding. That's a super important point that Civil Defense is making. If you have a drainage in your area, first of all, if it's clogged, unclog it, because it's going to flood your whole neighborhood if that drain is clogged. Secondly, if you have debris in your yard, please like put it in the trash or something. Like take it away from the ability for storm water to carry the debris over to the drainage, because it's going to end up just flooding your area. Once inclement weather arrives, so once like the heavy rains arrive, avoid camping, parking, or hiking along streams, rivers, and creeks during heavy rainfall. These areas can flood quickly and with little warning. And can I just say, I've heard some people saying that they're going to go like, yeah, that's the stupidest thing you can do. Not only because it's going to risk you, like, go ahead and risk your life or whatever, but that just means that a Guam fire, a medic has to risk their lives. And we've seen before how it's the medic who dies and the person who made the stupid decision who lives, because you made a decision to go out during hazardous surfs like this when the government clearly is telling us that there's a problem. Hagibis or whatever, just a few hours ago, was producing surfs at 15 feet. Imagine what it is now and what it's gonna be when it comes this way. Please don't
let's keep
put
everybody
the lives
safe,
of the medics at risk and make a decision like that. Keep in mind that with expected heavy rains, artificial containers will continue to collect water around residences. I was waiting for this part. As part of continued efforts to minimize the spread of the dengue virus, the community is advised to eliminate these mosquito breeding sites around their roofs. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to make fun of the government right now, right? Because it's a typhoon. Stay up to date with the latest advisory information. The National Weather Service's website is weather.gov/gum. They have a Facebook page. The Homeland Security Civil Defense website is ghs.guam.gov. They also have a Facebook page. And we'll ask Jenna where's that fact sheet that has all the list of all the things that you should get at the store if you don't already have it, and all that stuff. And before we end this, let's see if there's an update from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center and from the National Weather Service. What is that? No updates. No updates. We're good. No feedback. Yeah. Well, we'll keep on top of it, and the next time that there is an update, we'll bring it to you. We'll have it published on our website, and it'll send out an alert. If you're subscribed to kanditnews.com, you'll get an alert right away, and it says that there's this update on the storm. We also publish to WhatsApp, to our Facebook page, of course, and to Twitter. So, do you have anything else? No. I'm trying to think. Did we forget? Don't forget Lee's Fabulous Productions, The Little Mr. and Miss Guam.
That's next week on the 10th.
On the 10th, yes. I don't think we're forgetting anything, right? If I forgot whatever I was supposed to say,
Tomorrow.
there's always, the sun will come out. Maybe tomorrow.
Good night, Guam.
And police officer Keon Pangalinan's a crackhead. We love you, Guam.